So, whenever I say hallway basketball, what's the first name that comes to mind?
Doug.
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 So, when did you start becoming interested in hallway basketball?
Well, the dream was really to be a dentist, but I had this injury in my toe, and the foot pedal to work the handpiece just never quite synced that well again. So that was when I decided to take a look at professional hallway basketball. You know, the rest has been history.
Doug broke into the hallway basketball scene in 2008, right before the introduction of the two-point line. He quickly became a star of the court, bringing in fans from all over the house.
Okay, so what kind of people would come to watch Doug?
I mean, everybody would come. Barbies, Playmobiles, Tyrannosaurus Rexes for Pete's sake. Everybody wanted to see Doug.
Doug won Hallway Basketball Rookie of the Year and was thought to be an all-star, even in his first year. This was when he caught the attention of one of the greatest hallway basketball trainers of all time.
Is this thing on? Is this thing on? I've done so many interviews, you think I would know by now.
Okay, so what did you think of whenever you first saw Doug play?
There is a Twinkle Toes, if I ever saw one. But no, seriously, I knew right away I had to work with this guy. The footwork was great, but I know with my program, it would be phenomenal.
So Doug was absolutely unstoppable inside though. I mean, I was able to push him around, but he was absolutely unstoppable. It was really annoying.
That inside skill was the bane of his opponent's existence, as he muscled his way to win after win. 2 years after his rookie season, Doug made the announcement that he would be signing a deal with Daryl the Dragon, making him his coach.
Beautiful. Doug's a doofus, but he's my doofus. That's what I always said! I knew I wanted to coach Doug because he had the talent no one else in the league had. I mean, the high flying, the shot, the twinkle toes, he had it all. And I mean, with only 3 players, well, I mean 4 players, but I'm gonna talk about the 4th player. But 3 players in the league, I knew I wanted to work with the best one. It was kind of sour parting ways with Sierra in 2010, but I knew I made the right move working with Doug.
With Daryl and Ballerina on the team, Doug became an unmatched force in the HBL. He won a record-breaking 12 games in the 2011 season to become the winningest HBL player in HBL history, but a championship still eluded the superstar. From the league's inception in 2006 to Doug's 3rd season in the league, there had only been 2 champions, Sierra and Liz. Liz dominated from 2006 until 2008, and then Sierra took over, winning championships from 2009 until 2011, where she upset the favored Doug to win her 3rd straight HBL championship.
That was frustrating. Really, you know, losing to her in 2011, it was just a joke. I mean, you know, right at the end of the game, I kind of eased up. I thought I had it in the bag, and then, I mean, like out of nowhere, I mean, it was, I was stunned. She just, I don't know, you know, but it never felt right. You know, it just never, it was really frustrating.
It was later confirmed that the 2011 finals may have been blown by none other than the most controversial league referee, Mitch the Cat.
I blew a couple of calls? That's ridiculous.
A later investigation had revealed that Mitch had been doing catnip the night before the 2011 finals, perhaps inhibiting the referee's call-making abilities.
Dude, I was tripping so hard. I swear, it looked like there were at least 3 basketballs on the court at once. And one of them was a ball of yarn. Honestly, I don't even know how I made 5 blown calls. Like, seriously, I was expecting more. You know what? What surprises me even more is that no one caught me sleeping the last 5 minutes of the game. Like, how do you not catch that?
A shocking revelation. Doug came back for the 2012 season, ready to take the championship for his own.
2012, it was the best of times. It was the worst of times. I mean, you know, Daryl and I respect him, but, you know, oil and water, you know, it was really hard. But, you know, I got so angry. I played really good angry, you know, and Daryl, he made me angry a lot. And that really drove me. I mean, it drove me through the heart of the season and into the playoffs. I mean, you know, it turned out great. I mean, who doesn't love a championship banner?
Doug wowed House fans from everywhere. And while not winning 12 games like in his record-breaking season the year before, Doug swept Sierra in the playoffs 1-0 to face off Liz in the finals.
Now, the 2012 finals, that was a game.
The game was legendary. The score was back and forth, Doug and Liz exchanging leads. Then, in the closing seconds of the game, Daryl used his last timeout to gather all Doug's energy for a final play of the game.
I remember that timeout vividly. I just remember telling Doug, okay, so there's a little bit of time left on the clock, okay?
How much time we got left?
We only got a couple of seconds left. I think we have like 7 seconds left, okay?
Okay, what do you want me to do?
Here's all you gotta do. I just want you to relax, okay? Take a shot, and then dunk the crap out of that ball. You got me?
Okay, you want me to relax and then shoot the ball?
No, relax, take a shot, and then dunk the ball.
And then take a shot, and then...
No. Fake, shot fake. Shot fake.
Not take a shot.
Do not take a shot.
Fake shot. Okay.
Yes, fake shot, and then drive to the basket, and then dunk the crap out of that ball.
I'm not supposed to drink and drive.
Just go out there.
Okay. All right. I'll do it.
You got it. Okay, we're out of time.
Fake shot. Drive to the basket.
Dunk.
This is lost your balance. Doug drives right, he elevates. Doug! The buzzer sounds! Doug has just won the HBL Championship for the first time in his career.
I mean, you know, it stunk to lose. But when you're playing against one of the GOATs, I'm okay with that.
So the 2012 championship was your favorite?
Oh, by far. The first is always the sweetest.
I remember Doug's dunk.
Yeah!
It was pretty cool.
Doug would go on to win the next 6 HBL championships from 2013 to 2017, including a rare 14-game perfect season in 2016, giving Doug the record for the first HBL perfect season.
So what would you say are some of your favorite moments from your career?
Wow. Lots of moments. Oh my goodness. 6 HBL championships, 6 MVPs. MJ and I have a lot in common. Absolutely. The dunk win in 2012. Man, oh, that was awesome. Oh my goodness. I love the ankle breaker in 2015. I mean, did you see the boot? That was so cool. And probably one of my favorite was the double banker wall jam. I mean, oh my gosh, that was so much fun. Boom, baby, yeah. Ooh, okay, all right. There's just a few.
But as Doug gathered more and more wins, his coach Daryl had more problems with the superstar.
Sure, he's the greatest player of all time. Sure, he has the most rings. But who helped him? Me! Soon he got the shoe deal with Barefoot. He got the movie deal with Visibility 10. He even got to do the advertisements for KT tape. And where was I during all this? Office, phones, plays. I knew Doug had lost my fire. No, literally, like, I'm a dragon. I breathe fire. And Doug lost it. I no longer breathe fire. I breathe ginger ale. There is something seriously wrong with me.
After parting ways with Daryl in 2016, Doug won one more championship. And then...
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the floor, Keyton Smith!
And then Keyton entered the league. It was at that point that Doug finally had a challenger. And man, that Keyton guy, he could move.
Keyton took the league by storm in 2018, almost like Doug had in 2008, 10 years earlier. Soon, Keyton and Doug became fierce rivals.
He's tough. His game's a little rough right now. I mean, give him a year or two, let him polish some things up. He'll never be as good as I was in my prime. I mean, yeah, I realize I'm on the backside of my career right now, but he'll be okay. He'll be okay. I gotta give him his props. I mean, he's got some good moves. He just needs to develop a little bit more, get a little more good coaching under his belt. And, yeah, probably 2 or 3 years from now, he'll be dominating the HBL. Gotta give him that.
Well, he's a tough opponent for now, but, he's getting up there. He's getting up there in age, He can't stay in his prime forever, so I'm thinking eventually I'll get into the top, and I think down the road, I think they may add me to the greatest of all time conversation, That's just what I'm thinking, just what I'm feeling.
Proving a tough matchup, Doug began to experience decline in his game for the first time in his career. He had his first 5-loss season since 2009, and in the finals, lost to none other than Liz, who won her first championship since 2009.
Honestly, I was kind of shocked myself. I mean, I didn't expect to win, but I played my best, and by the end of the game, I played the best.
I mean, Doug wasn't the same after Keyton entered the league. He was kind of out of focus. He started wearing glasses more, but even through all of that, he was still playing pretty well. After losing the finals in 2018 and then getting eliminated in the playoffs in 2019, he started to rethink his life.
Then, in 2020, disaster struck. Commissioner John J.J. Johnson made a shocking announcement.
Hello, my name is John J.J. Johnson, and I have an announcement to make. The HBL is taking a temporary hiatus due to the coronavirus. Calm down. Calm down. Please calm down. Oh, another writing. Okay, I'm out of here.
I don't know when the HBL will come back. And if it does come back, I don't know if Doug will come back.
Oh yeah, I think he'll come back. I mean, he's gotta. You can't let Keyton win. That word retirement has escaped his lips just once when he accidentally bumped his toe. But other than that, I think there's a strong, extremely strong possibility that he will return.
And if he comes back, great. And if he doesn't, that's fine too. I mean, either way, he's the greatest HBL player of all time. I mean, come on! You're not gonna take that away from him.
Well, I think it should be if he comes back. With a big emphasis on if.
No doubt. I'll be back. You know, I mean, MJ and I, like I said, we have a lot in common. I mean, he pushes hard, he works hard, he has great work ethic. And, you know, and as he got towards the end of his career, he had to adjust a few things. He had to figure out a different way to use what skills he had effectively, and I'm going to do the same thing, you know? There's a lot of different ways to win a game, and I just have to take a little time, figure it out. Like Tiger, you know, he rebooted his swing 3 times. I mean, how many championships has he won? He keeps coming back. People think he's done. He's not done. No way, I'm not done either. I'll be back.
No matter what happens, the fans will always have the HBL highlight reels to look back on. The high-flying stunts, the greatest shots, and one legend to rule them all.